everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, I want to talk about how that soft girl, clean girl, and rich girl aesthetic is all a scam to get us girlies to buy more unnecessary beauty products. It is actually 10 times more attractive, stress-free, and relaxing for us to show up as ourselves with our own style, our own looks, and our own jokes, so that when we show up as ourselves. We are not mimicking, we are being, and our presence and our aura is felt. I want to dive into the beauty standards and what it's been like for me living in Miami. I want us to be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, damn, that is a bad B. I don't want us to fall into buying unnecessary products. And finally, I want us to be able to recognize the beauty that our fellow sisters have, even if it looks a little bit different than our beauty standards. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so let's get into it. I've noticed that each time I go on TikTok, there is a new trend to follow. The soft girl, the clean girl, the rich girl, the fancy girl. Honestly, I don't even know the categories. I couldn't tell you what any of the categories entail, and it's because I do not care. There is so many trends, there is so many new looks that society and that these influencers want us to follow, and it is so toxic. It will drive any girl into insanity, and it will also drive those pockets empty. There's always gonna be a new face product, a new lip plumper, a new face wash these companies are making, and its sole purpose is really not to make your skin clearer or make it shinier or better. It is for these companies to make money. A lot of these products are just reused, recycled, renamed, rebranded, and then put at a higher prices so that us consumers buy it and spend our money. It's like you're just gonna keep spending your money trying to follow up these trends, and you're always going to be one step behind because every day there's a new trend that comes out. So instead of us girlies buying whatever TikTok shop has or what's new and what's in, I want you guys to take that money and put it into your savings, put it to the side, and use it for something that has more meaning, that is more beneficial, that will have more purpose in your life. This is an example. Let's say you don't have your driver's license yet. I want you to take that money, put it to the side, and start saving up for driving school. After you start saving up for driving school, you will take these classes, which will eventually lead you to taking your test and getting your license. After you get your license, you will take the money that you continue to save up to potentially buy a used car. You don't have to get the most fanciest, the newest car, but you can get yourself a car or put a down payment on the car. Instead of us spending $20, $40 on items that are just gonna end up in our closet, we can put this money aside and use it for a bigger, better purpose. Let's say that you have always wanted to take dance classes, or you've always wanted to take a Pilates class. Instead of us taking that money and buying it on your lip plumper that costs $40, yes, we can save this $20, $30, $40 that we can eventually use on something more big or important. But we are also taking a stand. We are also taking a step back from us following these trends, which is always going to drive us crazy. If you are always looking for the new trend and what's new, you are never going to be happy with yourself. It is manipulation at its finest. I have fallen victim to this as well. I told myself that I was going to stop buying unnecessary things because there's really no point. There is no worse feeling than going into your cabinet and seeing that you have a hair product that you never use and you bought it because you thought that it was a good deal or you thought that you were going to use it, and then it ends up going bad. It's so pointless, and it's actually pretty devastating. Instead of us having so many categories of soft girl, rich girl, lit girl, whatever the era is, I don't even know them. How about we do an accumulation of all of these eras and be whomever we want, be whatever era that we want to be, instead of following a specific category. Do you know what it's like when a girl comes in, has pink hair and her eyebrows are shaped a certain way and she just has like a cool style, and you're like, she really put it on, she really looks good, she's not following any type of trend? Granted, yes, we can be influenced by other people, but we're not following them to the T. And I'm talking about people who follow other people to the T. other people can realize and recognize that you're not being real with yourself and you're not being authentic, and it just comes across as you're being fake, you're not being yourself. People are gonna be more attracted more and feel like they can relate to you more when you are being yourself and not following that trend. One way that you can avoid that is following the people that you know are going to give you good advice, or who are promoting or putting out on their content stuff that relate to you more. So as you guys know, I recently moved down to Miami, and the beauty standard is very different out here than what it is like in New York. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen that trend when it's like, this is what the beauty standard is in like New York, this is what it's like in Atlanta, and this is what it's like in Miami. It's pretty much how each three of these states has a different look when it comes to the style, when it comes to if they wear hats, if they wear baggy clothes, the way that they do their makeup, and it's all very different. However, with the one in Miami, it has to do a lot with your body and your body image. The BBL trend and the culture is very high here. BBL has to be done, lips and nose, and it is a bit scary because girls that might not need that surgery are getting that surgery to fit into a certain category, to fit into a certain look. And if you are one of the girlies that wants to get your body done, your nose done, more power to you. I am not against it, but what I'm trying to get at here is that things are always going to switch up, and you can make a permanent decision, something that would have just been a temporary trend. If we follow these trends to the T, one, we're gonna look like everybody else, but then if you go to a different state like New York, your body being done, it's not gonna mean anything, because the beauty standard in New York has more to do with being unique and wearing a whole bunch of layers and different clothing and how you style yourself. If you follow a specific trend, when you go somewhere else, or if you wait a year or two, things are always gonna switch up. So instead of you focusing so much on looking a certain way, I want you to look at yourself, but look at what's inside of you. Look at how you treat people, look at how you act towards people, and either way, have that confidence no matter what you look like. So with that being said, I want to talk about looking within and looking at yourself. When you look in the mirror, I want you guys to say to yourself, dang, that is a bad beat, and know that you are beautiful in your own way. For me, what I like doing is I like putting sticky notes on my mirrors and just give myself words of affirmation and know that I am beautiful, even if I don't look like the person next to me, even if I look completely different than the rest of the world. I am gonna be beautiful to myself because how I look is beautiful to me, and I have that confidence within myself. And I'm not saying it's the easiest thing, but you guys need to know that one, everybody looks different. So your beauty is your own unique beauty. You need to believe it, you need to see it for yourself. Once you believe it and see it for yourself, everybody else around you is gonna see it. Something else that I want to talk about is when you see a girl that looks a little bit different than you. Let's say she has a different hair color, or she just dresses completely different, or she just has a different unique way of dressing that's not what you have usually seen in your state or around you. Instead of you looking at that person like, what is she doing, what is she wearing, I want you to shy away, move away from judging that other person, and see the beauty in how they are dressed. See the beauty in them being unique. See the beauty in them being different. And as women, when we try to empower the people around us, the next sis, the next lady, it's only gonna help us women succeed and be more confident and powerful as a whole. Let's say I see a girl who has all green on, and let's say green is like the worst color to me. She has all green on and her hair looks different, her style looks different. Instead of me looking at that girl like, why does she have green on? Why does she this? Why does she that? Don't worry about what she does and what she looks like. Like, it shouldn't bother you that much. That person dressing that way should not bother you that much. It should be like, wow, okay, she has her own way of dressing. It's actually pretty unique that she has all one color on. She must have put a lot of work into that, and she looks beautiful in her own way. And I hope that when she looks at herself in the mirror, she sees beauty. Let's say out of everything she has on, that purse that she's wearing, you like it. It'd be really cool if you say, oh, hey girl, like I really like your purse, I really like your dress. because that's gonna empower that girl. She might even compliment you and say, oh, I like something that you have on. Instead of us judging other girls for being different or looking different, we can empower one another. With that clean girl, bougie girl aesthetics, the last 2 times that I went out in Miami to the clubs, I noticed that the girls are actually so bougie, and all they do is stand around and look at each other like, who is the baddest in here? And it's like, what are we doing? Nobody is being themselves. Nobody is vibing. Nobody's chilling. When I tell you, nobody was dancing. Nobody was singing. Everyone was just standing there like this. Are we robots? Why are we here? What are we doing? I'm not saying be the loudest one. Start shaking your bum. Start singing. Like, have fun. Live a little. We're not here to impress. We're not here to impress the male gaze. We're not here to impress anybody else. Like, have fun, live your life, be you. When I go to the club, I'm in there and I'm like, I'm a bob, I'm a sing. I'm not singing super loud. I don't even have a loud voice. I don't do none of that. I like, I'm singing. Let's say a little Summer Walker song comes on and I'm singing and I'm bopping. What's crazy is that a lot of the people in that club, even the male eyes, they're turning their head and they're looking like, who's singing, who's dancing, who's vibing, because they see that I'm being myself and I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna vibe, and I'm just chilling there. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not there to be a robot. I'm there to be myself. And when you are yourself and you're dressing and you're acting how you want, when you go into a room, everyone's gonna notice that. Everyone's gonna see who's real and who's fake. So ladies, I hope you guys, and guys, if you are watching this, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.